Hi, this is Claire from Finding the Joy, and I want to give you 3 tips today to help you with finding joy in life again. So, one of the simplest things we can do to start to find the joy in our life again is to learn to really be in the present, to be in the moment. And when we're in that place, we can really be with what is and start by noticing what you see around you. What are you experiencing right now? Often our thoughts can be taking us way out of ourselves, worrying into the future, the past, what we're going to have for dinner, whether I've got enough money in the bank, whether so and so likes me, all this stuff that's going on in our heads. But actually, if we just come back to ourself and our peaceful place in the moment, what we usually find is that there's nothing I need right now. Use the breath. It's my number one tip for that. Feeling in the now and really just be with whatever is. Not trying to change anything, not trying to force anything, not trying to create a fake sense of joyfulness and happiness and, kind of push ourselves into some kind of enforced jollity. I'm not down for that. I must admit, I think that, joy is something that comes from inside. And the first step is being present, being true, being who you are. And that's who you are right now, what you're with right now, allowing it to be here. Using the breath to allow us to calm. And the breath can be a really nice one. Taking the breath in through the nose. And then out through the mouth or through the nose. Just bring ourselves back into a sense of calmness. That will be my first tip. Be in the moment and appreciate whatever is in the moment right now. My second tip is to know what actually brings you joy. You would be surprised at how many people do not know what brings them joy. Most of the time when I start out with my clients and say to them, what brings you joy? They start telling me things that, well, I know that I don't want this. I know I don't want that. Well, I don't want this thing. And so, that can be our normal way of answering that question. So I think, what brings you joy right now? Get yourself a piece of paper and a pen and sit there and just think about all those things that conjure up those feelings of joy within you and write those down. Write down those things that bring you joy. Try and see if you can create 20 of them and then stick them somewhere where you can see that list. And then try one a day, 2 a day, as many as you can a day, and really prioritize joy in your life. But first of all, you have to know what brings you joy. So have fun exploring and see what it is that really lights you up and makes you smile, makes you feel really good. My third tip, gratitude. It's really hard not to feel joyful and not to feel good about yourself when you're appreciating what you have. And this can tie in with, tip number 1 and tip number 2. But the feeling of gratitude is something that really kind of anchors in that joy for us. And so one of the best things that we can do is to create a gratitude practice. And that could look like a couple of different suggestions. Let me give you some suggestions. You could get yourself a nice little journal, nice little notepad, or a whiteboard, or even something, an app on your phone. And you could wake up in the morning and write down 3 things or 5 things or however many feels reasonable and achievable to you that you are grateful for right now. Good night's sleep, comfy bed, that you're breathing, that you woke up today. It could be anything at all. Don't judge it, just write it down. Do the same thing, but last thing at night. Or you could set a timer to make you, go off at different times in the day. And like, oh, what am I grateful for right now? And just notice whatever it is you feel grateful for. You could start a gratitude practice with your family. You could sit around the dinner table or the breakfast table and ask each member of your family or your friends, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? What occurred in your day that that's made you feel grateful? What are you noticing right now that makes you feel grateful? So tune into gratitude. And what you tend to find is that over time, you start to shift your focus onto the things that you are grateful for. And that sends out a signal to the world that you're really about joy and gratefulness. And that just sets you up for more. And so you start to notice more and more things that bring you joy and bring you gratitude in your life. So let me know how you get on with my 3 tips, and all the best in finding joy in your life again.